As soon as I come through the door, niggas throw money on the floor like they ain't seen press before. He would expect me for what it takes, so I came out in his face. He can't beat unless he eat pussy sweet, cookies and cakes. Say my name. What's my name? What's my name? Yeah, look. What's my name? Say my name. I feel like this one here is a real juicy one. Everybody's gonna have their opinion on this, and a lot of people gonna contradict themselves. A lot of people gonna contradict themselves on this one. A lot of people gonna have their opinions on this one. Some people had. Okay, let me just get to it. So the topic is prison relationships. Um, why you should do prison relationships and why you shouldn't do prison relationship. Why would you hold someone down and when not to hold someone down. For an example, y'all already know I gotta get personal because I like to explain things. That's the only way I'm gonna make y'all understand where I'm coming from. Feel me? So with that being said, I have been talking to someone for 5 years. I want to say about 5 years, and it started off as just us talking, and then I'm gonna be honest and blunt. I didn't want it. I didn't want to do it. I didn't care to do it, and I always told myself I would never date a felon, and I never like I had these rules, and one of the rules was like I never date somebody who was a felon. My bad guys out there, like my apologies because at the end of the day my mind is more open now. But of course I was young and it's just like these are the things I want. And granted, you can't knock somebody for what they want, just like you can't be mad if a Chinese person say I want a black woman, you know what I mean? But anywho, black woman, black man, whatever. But with that being said, I didn't want nobody who was a felon. I didn't want nobody who had children under the age of 3 because you know that spouse can always come back. That's another topic for another day. But anywho's, I would say, from my experience, prison relationships aren't all bad. However, it depends on that person or those people. Because, for one, a lot of women that I know have bad experiences where the man is calling them all day long and the guy is expecting her to put money on the phone and answer every call that the phone that she put money on, or put money on his books and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be honest, y'all, like I didn't go through that. However, there was one little time where I was doing it. I was just making sure he had money on. I had money on my phone. I would like send him like 500. Well, not 500. I'm lying. That easy. That quick. I probably would like $200. Like give him like $200 to put on his books, and I was doing it probably like once a month. The $200. Now that shit up. Y'all do the math. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do the math. But either way, with that being said, I was in a position and financially able. Well, not really, but yeah, I was financially I had it. You know, not to say I couldn't put the money towards other things, but let's get to the point. Stay on topic. But yeah, so I was doing that. I was putting it on there, but that was only because like he was helping me out. I felt like it was no harm, no foul that I help him out as well. But like I said, you got some women out here who do it consistently and they're been asked to do it or whatnot. Now that goes into when it's not okay to hold somebody down, because that's what you call it, holding a nigga down, or whatever race they are, whatever, I don't know. But either way, like it's like hold somebody down. It's just like, well, depending on what your relationship was prior to that person being incarcerated, y'all need to be smart and think about how the relationship could go outside. I mean, go hold on. The way the relationship went when he was outside the incarceration is the same mentality you need to have when he's incarcerated. If you haven't talked to this man in 3, 4, 5 months, oh, a light bulb just came in his head. Oh, she's good for me. Like, leave his ass there. Leave his ass there, and when he come out, hopefully that light bulb still there. If not, fuck. I mean, it's so many people in this world. I don't know why people dwell on one person. Now, I really would like to know, does that happen on the other end? Like, do women like dog dudes out, and then as soon as they go to prison or jail, do they come home and do the right thing? And I'm gonna speak from my own personal experience. So prior to my little bid that I did, I went to jail. I wasn't in prison or the feds and nothing like that. I went to a little local jail, and it wasn't. Yeah, it was a local jail. Went to a local jail, did a little bit of time. Prior to me and my children's father was not together. Um, I pretty much probably hated him at the time. I'm trying to think deep in my head so I could be very accurate with this. But I know prior to, oh yeah, I won't dealing with him at all. This situation was so messy. So this is exactly what happened. This is how I got locked up, and this gonna all tie in. This is a little entertainment, a little whatever. But anyway, I was living in apartments. My children very well behaved. I'm a great mother. Anybody can tell you. They in the bed by 8. My brother's baby mama needed a ride from work. I was like, all right, I can leave them in here because I know they sleep for the night. Like, granted, I think it was probably like maybe 7:50 when I left out the door, and I was like, all right, well, I know they ready to go down. So goes out the door. Even if it wasn't 7:50, it's like 8 o'clock, close to 8, something like that. But I don't think it was like exactly 8 at the time. Either way, back to the point. I'm driving in the van, and granted, I feel like I was racially profiled because I feel like I looked like a dude behind my driveway, and I was kind of speeding a little bit going down the boulevard. And I seen the police, and they were like literally following from the boulevard. I went all following me all the way to Curry Street. You from the 804, you know where that's at. Turn around. He ran my shit. I had a warrant, and mind you, I was a single mother. I wasn't with their dad at all. And prior to that, I want to say maybe he wasn't even staying with us, like in the same area. He was living out of state because he's from DC and I'm from Virginia. I think he was staying in DC at the time and everything. He definitely was staying in DC at the time because we had fell off that bed. He ended up going back to DC. Went to DC. I'm in Virginia. Ended up getting locked up that night. My children at home by themselves. Y'all let me know if this is wrong. My brother's baby mama took my van and drove it to my sister's house where her and my brother were living at. But my children were left in the house. The explanation or the reason or the excuse I got for that was because the police were looking in the van. Let me know if I'm tripping. Let me know in the comments. But either way, my children left in the house. They end up going back to my sister's house with my van. The next day, no, that same night, I was trying to call my baby daddy, and it's just like that's how niggas are. That's why I say a whole lot of females that call my phone when they do problems. I can't feel where y'all coming from because I'm usually on that male perspective or male side of that situation. I have that male perspective, or I'm on that male side of the situation. So she's like, "Oh yeah, you want me to call your mom?" Bitch, no, I just ain't call my baby dad. Like she won't clicking at night at all. It blew me. But either way, called them, let them know what was going on. Like I said, we beefing. He living a whole almost 2 states away, and I think what happened was my mom ended up getting my children, and the plan was for him to come and pick up my youngest baby and leave the other two there. And then I was like, oh no, get them. You tripping. Get my children. So what ended up happening was he ended up getting all of them, going back to DC, taking all of my children to his mama house. Mom, I don't talk to them at all. Don't when they with my children with me, they don't see them, they don't hear from them, none of that. Like, I mean, we all got phones. If I call them, try to be nice to them, I always get like a slap in the face, so I stop trying. But anyways, not the point. So I mess around and I'm calling him every day, calling to speak to my babies every day. My youngest baby, she really can't talk that well. So, hey, baby, just to make sure she remembers and hear my voice. Talk to my son just a little bit, not too much. My son actually had a phone. So I would call my son's phone, and, he'll be with his older brother at the time or something like that. And, that kind of rubbed me wrong because I don't know him, I don't, my children don't know them. And, that could be very intimidating to a child being around somebody they don't know. And, something go wrong, they not have the confidence to speak up. Either way, I was so proud of my baby dad. Like, he holding it down. He got a job. He taking care of all three of the children, even though he had his family to help him. It worked. It was okay to me. It was okay with me, even though I still felt the insecurity or the fear of, my children around a bunch of people I don't know. Anyway, back to the point. When I got home, I swear y'all, was like nothing changed. Like, oh, this my man. This my man. He held me down. And that's what that's my perception that I said. I have that masculine perception of a situation all the time. So when these women call me, and they be family including, not just friends, be family too. Oh, I be like, shh, bitch, that sound like same shit I did. But anyway, back to the point. I came home. He was cooking. He made sure the house was clean for me. Like, I'm just thinking like, and I'm not with him. But at the end of the day, yeah, I know I'm my responsibility and accountability around here. I give people their flowers, you know, when they need it, when they want it, and when they should have it. You feel me? But anyway, so he did the whole nine, made sure the house clean, made sure the baby's good. I came home. I'm like, I gotta be on the right track. I can't be on the crazy stuff no more. I gotta chill. And lo and behold, like, we were actually married, and we're not married anymore. We're not together no more. I don't even talk to that. Like, so that goes to show you, like, when to hold a person down, when not to hold a person down. Granted, I'm happy that he did do what he should. I already say supposed to do. I'm glad he did do what he's supposed to do, which is what he's supposed to do. He didn't bring my children to come see me while I was locked up, even though I did want to see them. But I'm kind of glad that he did it because um, they would have remembered that for the rest of their lives. Not to say it would have scarred them so much, but at the same time, it would have been a memory imprinted in their brain, like, oh, this is the type of parent I had. Which he did say he would come, but I think he was lying. I still, like, to this day, he lied about stuff, so that's why we ain't got. Okay, anyway, that ain't shot this. But yeah, so it's like, he held me down. He answered all my calls. My son, I would call his phone. Now, one time I called my son's phone, his brother had. That shit pissed me off. But children stayed, you know, in contact. It was nothing too crazy. Got home, it worked for a little while. Then after a while, it just went to shits because obviously we weren't where we were supposed to be at, and that goes to my point. Like, sometimes y'all be trying to make something out of nothing, or make something happen that just ain't there. Like, literally make something out of nothing that just ain't there. That is impossible to do. So my opinion is, like, y'all gotta stop that. Y'all selling yourself dreams, and y'all, like, lying to yourselves when y'all do that. Like, if you ain't been with that person, you ain't been on that person, leave them alone. Now, granted, my situation is a little different. Like I said, I come across some great people. I don't have the type of problems that other females be having. So, granted, like I said, I've been on that other side where I was the woman that was locked up, and he wasn't my boyfriend at the time, but my kid's father held me down, put money on my books, made sure I was straight the whole time, answered every call, no foolery, like nothing, none of that. So I was straight, I was good. I just needed to get out. Um, Came home, shit went left, and I will be honest, I was the one that fluked up because that's what I do. I fluke up, but that was funny. But yeah, so with the guy that I'm with, it's more so of a situation where he's locked up. He's in prison. He got, you know, a lot of years. So, y'all know Clifton. Okay, Clifton Stalls. Let me shout him out. Clifton Stalls. Y'all already know he got 147 years. I'm gonna tag a petition down below. You know, some people have their perception. I ain't gonna lie, I'm starting to get discouraged about asking people for help. But hey, let me shoot my shot. I'm gonna put the link below for change.org where you can sign a petition to help him come home because I feel like, in my opinion, and from evidence, that he was excessively sentenced for the charges that he had. And excessively sentences is when basically you sentence excessively. Like, basically, instead of getting 20 years, they give you 1,000,000 years, when that's like, damn, when you can't even live that long. Like, the crime won't even that bad for you to be doing all that time. Anyway, I'll put the details below in the links. Look for that. But either way, besides that, like I said in the beginning, like, he's still not doing it. Because, man, first of all, this man just bought me Glorilla tickets. I'm going to put the link for that, too, because every time he sends us gifts, I post them to our TikTok page. Now, however, gifts aren't everything, but that goes to show, or goes and prove my point of, a lot of times I'm not going to say we, because that's not me. A lot of times people will get with someone off of what they say versus what they're doing. Now, ever since I've been with him, every birthday, every Christmas, every holiday, when I say every holiday, everybody gets something. Everybody eats beef. Let me tell you, everybody gets some beef. Like for real, it be like Valentine's Day. Even get my son like he got my son like brush and wave cap and wave grease one year. I get the girls little teddy bears every year, like all that. And it's just like a lot of women don't receive that type of treatment or care because I don't know. I don't know because y'all know I can base plans. You see my hair barely be done. When it is done, it'll be done, and that be it for the whole year for real for some time. But whatever. But with that being said, not to say it's all about gifts, but if you're not dealing with someone that's in the system or someone that's if that incarcerated person that you're dealing with is not tending to you mentally, emotionally, because they can't do it physically, well, I take that back because I literally just said the man just showers us with gifts. So that's kind of a sort of somewhat of a physical form of affection because depending on your love language, that could be something that you like, something that makes you feel good. Granted, that is one for me. I love gifts. I'm a Leo. That's what I do. I like to be loved. But anyway, so yeah, he's definitely an example of somebody that you should hold down because at the end of the day, he's definitely everybody is flawed. He definitely is. He definitely gives me a hard time sometimes where we argue about things that we shouldn't be arguing about. And the type of person I am, I don't like to be questioned. I don't like to be second guessed. So if you think, hey, you talk to this person, oh, you cut off. Or and if you keep on trying to talk to me, I'm gonna make it. Oh, well, you think I'm talking to me? Yeah, I am. You know, that's how I am, which is not good. But granted, I would say that's where our problems come in at because he will feel, I guess I want to say insecure or unsure about where I stand, where I'm at, and where our relationship is or what it is or whatever. But yeah, when it comes to a situation like that, y'all like please, uh, be mindful of that. Like if somebody's there for you and gonna help you take care of your children, take care of you, really listen to you and invest in you, whether it is financially or mentally, by all means go for it. But if that person isn't investing in you, like mentally, like having breakdowns, or if you drinking too much, if that person ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, you drink too much, you need to slow down. Now granted, a lot of times I know people on the outside, they would say to people on the inside, oh, you wouldn't know because you not out here. I get that. I done had that situation before too. Like with my uncle and with him. It's just like a lot of things you just don't understand. You're not gonna get because you're not out here physically with me. Um Another thing to that is I would say every situation I know of, don't hold nobody down. Every situation I done heard of, don't start no prison relationship. Every situation I heard of, just don't do it. But it'd be messed up for me to say that because my situation isn't bad. It's like it wasn't bad at all. In the beginning, it wasn't bad. It's just that person. Now, granted, that's what I say all the time. Him as a person will be good for somebody else. He's just not good for me. And I know me, and I know myself well enough to know. Hold on. And I know myself well enough to know who I need to deal with, who I don't want to deal with. And I'm gonna be honest, I have this rule, like what my other rules that I had, like if you're a felon, I can't deal with you. You got a baby under 3, I can't deal with you. Then I up the number to 5. Once we have a falling out, I cannot deal with you. And that's what happened with us. I had it falling out, and I just was like, yeah, I don't want to do this no more. But because of who he is, I don't know because of the amount of time he got. I want to say he do care for me. I know he care for me. I ain't gonna say, oh, he head over his and love me, but I'm a real ass person. It's hard to not love me. But with that being said, I said once things fall off, I don't want to do it no more. I didn't want to do it no more, and it kept going, and things just been rocky ever since. And with that being said, that's gonna tie into my next topic of do you stay in a relationship after heartbreak? So stay tuned for that one, y'all. I will be here all day. Y'all know my Sundays how they be. So closing it up, wrapping it up. This is Alicia Say My Name Bitch podcast, where what we say ain't for play, and no matter your position in life, baby, we all gonna elevate. I say.